Let's go imagining together to a place so old it's always new. We'll tell a tale, my friends, to you, and share a smile before we're through, and share a smile before we're through. Bum, 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 bum.
When Ray and I do a story for you, we work on it together. Now, the first thing we do is we'll read the story through many, many, many times. And then I'll go to my house for about 2 weeks, and I'll try to develop the voices for the characters. And Ray will go to her house and spend weeks and weeks working on the drawings. Sometimes I'll come up with a voice for the character just by reading the story. I won't even see a picture. Other times, Ray will send me a picture of the character, and I'll sort of get my idea from that. Today's story has many characters in it. One of the characters is a boy named Klaus. When I was thinking of a voice for it, I thought Klaus would have a voice like this, or he'd have a voice like this. But then Ray sent me a drawing. And when I got that, I took one look at Klaus and decided, well, Klaus is going to have a voice like this because he was just a little boy. Ray, how do you get your ideas for your characters?
Well, I think that I do the way a lot of people do. When I hear a story or read a story, I get pictures in my mind, kind of like a movie. And so I draw what I see. Now, you said, you know, that you like to get my drawing first before you make your voice. Well, I like to do the same thing. I like to get your voice before I draw my picture. And that's what we're going to see now, because I did the picture of Klaus before you did your voice. But I didn't have a picture of the next two characters before you had to make the voice go with them. And so I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to make my picture go with your voice.
Well, today's story is about this boy named Klaus and how he got off to a kind of a hard start in this world. I mean, he didn't have a penny or a crumb of bread. Plus, he didn't even know how to get it. But Klaus had one thing, though. He had the courage to try. Once there was a little boy named Klaus. He lived in a most unusual home. His mother was very lazy and had no desire to clean dishes or make the beds. If things were dirty, they stayed dirty. She would say, "Oh, what's the use of cleaning? Everything just gets dirty again." So when Klaus got dirty, his mother left him dirty. Klaus's father was just like Klaus's mother. He too was very lazy. He would not cut the grass or take out the garbage. He would say, "Oh, why cut the grass or take out the garbage? It just grows back, and if I take out the garbage tomorrow, there will be more garbage to take out." So when little Klaus went out to play, he often got lost in the grass, which was taller than he. Sometimes he was lost for days, for his parents were too lazy to look for him. Poor Klaus. Not only was he dirty and lost in the grass most of the time, he was hungry because his mother was too lazy to cook. She would always say, "Oh, why eat? You'll only be hungry in a few hours. Oh, just think about something else." Well, somehow, Klaus grew up to be a strong, healthy young man. His parents never changed. The house was still dirty, the yard was still hidden under garbage and weeds, and Klaus decided that he had had enough. He told his lazy parents that he was tired of being dirty and living in garbage, and he left. Now, Klaus didn't know how to do anything because his parents were too lazy to teach him how to do anything. But he knew he had to find a job and make money to support himself. He walked until he came to a large town. As he entered a busy street, he spotted a cafe with a sign in the window which read, "Dishwasher wanted." Klaus went in and talked to the restaurant's owner. He didn't dare tell the owner he'd never washed a dish, for that would certainly have kept him from getting the job. The restaurant owner liked Klaus's looks and decided to give him a chance. He gave Klaus a long white apron and led him to the kitchen. "The soap is under the sink and the drying towels are in the pantry," said the owner, and he left Klaus to his task. Klaus looked under the sink, and there he saw a large white bar of soap. He had never seen soap before, and he had no idea what to do with it. It did not taste as sweet as it smelled. It made little bubbles in his mouth which popped and tingled. It was so slippery it zipped from his hand. With his other hand, Klaus turned on the water. He held his hand in the water and felt it warm and nice. And then it felt warmer and warmer until it was hot. He quickly drew back his hand. "Well, this isn't getting the dishes washed, is it?" he said to himself. He reached for the top dish, but by now his hands were so soapy that the dish slipped away and crashed to the floor. The water in the sink began to overflow, and he stepped back right onto the slippery bar of soap, and not only did Klaus fall, he accidentally kicked the stack of dishes with his foot, and all went crashing to the floor. Such a racket! The restaurant owner rushed into the kitchen to find Klaus lying on the floor amid dozens of broken plates and saucers. "Oh, oh, oh!" was all he could say. "I'm sorry, I don't think this is the way to wash dishes." The owner regained his tongue. "It most certainly is not. You are fired. Get out of here." So poor Klaus left. He was so disgraced and ashamed. He was no dishwasher. Well, on he walked through the town until he saw a sign in the yard which read, "Gardener Wanted." He went up to the door and knocked. When a friendly man came to the door, Klaus told him he would like to have the job. Well, he didn't dare tell the man he knew nothing about gardening. The gentleman liked Klaus's looks and hired him right away. He took Klaus to the tool shed and said, "The rake, the hoe, and the shovel are all here. I want you to clear a 10-foot patch by the front walk to make a flower bed." Klaus took the hoe, the rake, the shovel, and went to the front yard. He had no idea how to use any of them, so he was glad when the kind gentleman went back into the house. Well, now he could study the strange tools and figure out how each was to be used. He laid all three out upon the grass and then began pacing off the 10-foot patch where the garden should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As he was pacing, he accidentally stepped on the rake. Up flew the handle and wham! Klaus was knocked out cold. Well, there he lay unconscious when the gentleman came out to check on him. "Klaus, Klaus, wake up, boy! It's almost dark. You've not done a thing." Well, slowly Klaus came to. He didn't know he'd been out for hours. "Up, you lazy boy! You've wasted the afternoon. Now be off. I need a gardener who will work, not sleep on the job." What had happened? It seemed that gardening was dangerous sort of work, and definitely not for him. Klaus left the town and walked down a deserted country road. It was almost dark now, and he could not see very clearly. That is why he bumped into a little old lady who was sitting by the road. "Oh, excuse me, I didn't see you." "Oh, that's quite all right, young man. You didn't hurt me." "Well, my name is Klaus, and I have had a terrible day. My head hurts, my back hurts, and I'm afraid I've been a total failure at finding a job." "Oh, are you looking for a job?" "Oh, yes. I want to work so badly, but I can't do anything. I don't know a single trade. I can't even wash dishes." "Well, never you mind. There are plenty of well-to-do people who can't do anything. Don't feel bad. You need someone to teach you, and I can tell you how to find someone." "Really?" "Oh, yes. It's quite simple. Now listen and do as I say. Down this road you'll come to a house. The first house on the left. Now go to the door and knock. Whatever the people of the house say to you, just be kind and polite and say, 'Thank you very much.' Also, take this little stone, and when the people of the house go to sleep, put it in the ashes of the fireplace. Then you shall see what you shall see." Klaus took the little stone and thanked the little old lady. Then off he stepped to find the house on the left. Before long, he found it. He knocked on the door. A pleasant woman opened the door. "Hello, my name is Klaus, and I am looking for work." "I'm sorry, we don't take in strangers." "Well then, thank you very much." And with that, Klaus stepped around the woman and entered the house and sat down. The woman was confused. She wanted to tell the boy to leave, but he was so polite. "I'm terribly hungry. Do you have anything to eat?" "No, we don't feed strangers here." "Thank you very much." "You're welcome." At that moment, the husband walked in. Who's that? I don't know. He's very polite, though. Well, tell him to leave. I did. Now, look here, young fellow, you can't stay here. Thank you so very much, replied Claus. The husband and the wife looked at each other, and then the wife whispered, he might be, a little weak in the head. Well, maybe we should be kind and give him something to eat. I mean, he could sleep by the fire, and tomorrow we could ask about and find out where he belongs. I do believe he's not all there. So thinking Claus was a simpleton, the woman and her husband fed him and made him a sleeping place by the fire. When everyone had gone to bed, Claus dropped the little stone into the ashes of the fireplace. The next morning, the husband and wife came downstairs with their pretty daughter. It was chilly, for the fire was almost out. Hetty, go stir up the fire, said the woman to her daughter. It's cold in here. Hetty took the poker and stirred the ashes. As she opened her mouth to blow on the coals, she said, Fiddy wow 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 blah blah fiddy wow. What did you say, dear? A fiddy wow wow wow. What nonsense? What are you trying to say, girl? I don't fiddy. Wow, mother, fiddy wow. Something has fiddy too wow. I can't fiddy. The poor girl, Hetty, she could say nothing but fiddy wow wow. Well, the mother was impatient. You're still half asleep. Now here, give me the poker. And she began stirring the ashes. And as she blew upon the coals, she said, Fiddy wow wow. Oh, Fiddy. What has Fiddy to me? I must have wow wow. Hetty, Fiddy come far. Fiddy wow wow to me. Oh, Fiddy. See, Fiddy, mother, I fiddy to you wow wow too, Fiddy wow wow too. The father, hearing all this nonsense, came over to see what was the matter. What are you talking about? Oh, Fiddy dear, can't you wow wow if something has Fiddy to us? Have wow on us, oh Fiddy wow to us, Fiddy have foul on us to Fiddy. Something is wrong with my wife and daughter. I must get the school teacher. He'll know what to do. So the husband ran to get the school teacher. All the while, Claus pretended to sleep by the fireplace. Presently, the school teacher came in to have a look at the two women. Oh, no wonder they are acting strange. It's freezing in here. They're just chattering from the cold. He took the poker and began stirring the ashes. The mother tried to warn him. Oh, please don't fiddy the wow wow fiddy wow. Oh, fiddy wow wow wow, don't fiddy to the fiddy wow. But too late, the teacher started to blow the coals. Oh, fiddy wow wow. Oh, dear fiddy. Oh, dear fiddy wow wow to me. How fiddy to me wow wow. Look at... The husband couldn't believe his ears and eyes. Here stood three sane people, dear to him, saying, Fiddy wow wow. The world was coming to an end. What can I do? Oh, what can I do? I would give anything if my wife and my daughter and the school teacher will return to normal. This is terrible. Oh, please, Fiddy, begged the school teacher. Can't you Fiddy wow to see Fiddy wow wow me to Fiddy wow wow? Claus pretended to wake up. What's happening here? Oh, my wife, my daughter, my friend have all lost their senses. An evil spell has been cast upon them. Do something. I'll give you anything. Only bring them back to normal. Claus reached into the ashes and found the little stone. He threw it out the window, and suddenly everyone was back to normal. Well, I have never had such an experience. I could not talk sensibly. How terrible, said the wife. I thought I was crazy, said the school teacher. Me too, said Hetty. Oh, thank you, young man. You saved us all from some evil spell. Thank you. Claus was praised all around. He was asked to stay on to protect the family from any further evil spells. He eventually married Hetty, who taught him to wash and mow and rake and hoe.